Okay, we are back. Now, ironically, first 5 minutes of that last episode had the crackling, so obviously it wasn't fixed. So I went ahead and spent like a day sorting out OBS. I got rid of the graphics hardware encoding and I'm using the CPU encoding. It seems to be doing well. I mean, the quality isn't that noticeably different from the re-live recording. And hopefully, the audio will be fine on OBS, and it's not an issue that I didn't think it was. So fingers crossed, we have a solution. I've done testing, and there shouldn't be any frame like glitchiness or anything, but I haven't done like a long run, so this will be the first long run with this setup, and fingers crossed it works. And we don't have to put up with this stupid audio. Anyway, you probably notice I'm in a completely different location. This is just Camp Drybone. We came here during the Ifrit stuff. We are going up to that church up here to continue the quest. Little bro told us that Minfilia'a told her? Little bro told little bro that there was sanctuary up here. So that is why we're going here. Back to this bloke. Is something troubling you, my child? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. Oh, what? Why is it like this? Okay. The wild roses are dead, father. The wild roses. I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. Remember, wild rose was the code word we had to give to Badron? Or was it... Yeah, I think it was Badron. Maybe. I can't remember. It was a while ago. We are all friends of the Scions. How could this have happened? And you are certain that Minfilia'a was among those taken by the Guardians? Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well, I do recall the day of our first meeting. Oh, that's still on. Whoops. Yes. I swore then I'd do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marquez, would you come here for a moment? Yes, father. If you require assistance, pray speak with Marquez. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marquez is a survivor of the Battle of Cartano. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marquez, I want you to look after Scarlett. Do you understand? Yes, father. Woo, level up. Those who wait. We got Vengeance. What does that do? Reduces damage taken by 30% and delivers an attack with a potency of 55 every time you suffer physical damage. I'm more keen to put that on that, I think. Or I might put it like over here somewhere. Okay, vulnerability down and inflicting a portion of sustained damage back to its source. Kinda cool. Kinda cool. Alright, let's talk to Marquez. Marquez has personal request to make of you. Excuse me, Scarlett, do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horologe, which was found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There is something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask you that you journey to Uldar in my stead and obtain a bull-point chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. If you're willing to do this, please note that as they are uncommon tools, you may need to visit the Goldsmiths Guild and browse the markets in order to find them. Except, oh look, there's another quest. With a little elbow grease. Just my luck. I scavenged this here oven, thinking I could use it to make myself hot meals. But it looks to be in a bad way. A lot of dents and a few holes even. Hey, you're pretty well travelled, ain't you? Ever seen one of these before? Or better yet, know how to fix it? No? Wait, I know who we ought to ask. Mind showing this oven to Marquez for me? He repaired a clockwork toy I found once. So maybe you can do something with it. Is there something I can do for you? Alembic. This is an alchemist alembic. You say the boy wishes to use it for cooking? I suppose it would be possible were I to make some modifications, but I would need a bronze ornamental hammer to do so. Can you bring me one, Scarlett? You need only go as far as Camp Drybone to find a merchant who sells tools. I actually think you can get all three of them from Camp Drybone, maybe? Like, I think they changed it. I'm not sure though. Hey, wait. Whatever the music. Oh, it's just not playing. There it is. Yeah, I might be able to buy it from this guy. No. Flame Captain. You? No. Over here somewhere. There's a little, dude up there, maybe. Alright, let's have a look. Where is he? He might be actually in a building down here. Oh, it's the shopkeep. Damn, that's not gonna be him. Her. Yeah, meat kebabs and stuff. Get off the table, Jasper. Jesus, man. Have some manners. I know you're only level 3, but still. Oh, the repairer might be in a building as well, actually. Like, it would make sense for them to be out. Here we go, merchant mender. While we're here, we might as well. What's with you and tables? Seriously. There we go. Yep, bronze ornamental hammer. Ballpoint chisel and needle nose pliers. Pincers. Same shit. No. No, we have to go back to Uldar for that stuff, I'd say. So the bronze ornamental hammer, we can buy that. If you were gifted with crafting classes, you could actually make it yourself as well. Or get one of your friends that is crafting to make it. That's why they tell you to go to the market, because the market is where players sell their stuff, obviously. So we need to go. Thankfully, we can go via teleportation. Alright. So we need to talk to probably you. No. Fieldcraft, probably you actually. Yep. Oh, okay. Like it's not the ornamental hammer, it's literally you have to go there. Okay. A ballpoint chisel? Why yes, we happen to have a surplus of that particular tool. By all means, take one of the if you so desire. An odd request, if you don't mind me saying, it is a very limited number of applications. I don't know why I gave him a really quick voice, but anyway. There's a person to talk to if you want to become a goldsmith. And the other one is going to be... okay, yeah. Probably should have just looked at that. Looked at the actual quest rather than assuming, because I think I was lumping it in with the ornamental hammer thing. Welcome, welcome. What might you discerning? My word, did you say needle nose pincers? You must be a skilled craftsman indeed. Please take this pair as a gift. By the by, do you have representation here in the exchange? If not, I would be most interested in discussing a partnership. Let's not tell the guy that it's not for us. Gone to pieces. Is that a decent thing there? I'll just check quickly. Maybe? Level 30. Yeah, I think that's decent. Oh. It's right there. It's a decent. That's where you can break down items and get materials in return. There are some materials that are oh, cut as cry. Nice. Some materials that are only obtainable are decent. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it before. And you have to build up a level, but you've only got a pool of levels. So it's something like you can only get 3 classes up to max level, max decent level, and then you've got like 20 left over, and it corresponds to the item level. Well, in most circumstances. So like to break down an item level 400 item, you need to be at level 400 in whatever class to break it down. Yeah, they've mentioned that they're changing some aspect of it. What am I doing? I need to go to Camp Drybone. So I don't know if it's gonna stay that way. Like I'm certainly dating this episode, but yeah. And I mean also, they've mentioned that they're looking at reworking the beginning quests. So this might not actually be your adventure, should you join later on. Which will make it a bit of a, what's the word? A history, I guess. Capture of history. Yukatori. Okay. Level 23, no mount. I guess they're just behind in the main story quest. Because I mean, this server is a preferred server from memory. I can convert the alembic into a makeshift oven, but only once you have brought me that hammer. You mean this hammer? Thank you, Scarlett. I shan't take more than a day, I believe. It's strange. I know I must have learnt these skills long ago, but I haven't the foggiest when and where that was. Oh, this looks like something from Dark Souls with a weird hat thing. Also, this cuts your helmet, so you can't wear a helmet. Is this better than that? It is. Actually, no, it's not. Because it doesn't take into account the helmet. So this is what, 11? So realistically, no, it's not. It's about the same. Although it does give a lot more armor. Still gonna go with pieces though. Have you brought the tools I requested? Yep. Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, the sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how? How did I do it? These hands, my hands, They moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt for uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Scarlett. This was a mistake. Please give me the horologe. Please give the horologe to Sister Lund. The man who once owned it is currently in her care. I don't think it best that it be returned to him. Good day to you, madam. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? Nope. Never before have I seen such a queer device. You say it measures the passing of time. Mayhap, they are more common in Garlemald. I'm given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amusing technologies. Marquez said that it belonged to the deceased? Oh dear. You don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garland spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But mayhap more importantly, how did Marquez manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Aqua del Sol. Excuse me, Scarlett, you don't know me, but I've observed you assisting the priests with their work. I too would like to offer what succor I might. Since tending the lich yard in this heat can quickly sap one's energy, perhaps a restorative drink made to combat fatigue would be ideal. Of course, Aqua del Sol. Agua del Sol. That would surely do the trick. To make it, I would need a freshly cup of Brazo del Sol. I've not the skill at arms to slay a wild Saboteur del Sol, but you do, so you need to only go as far as the spring east of Camp Drybone. The beasts are often sighted in the vicinity. If you brought me one of their arms, I could make enough Aqua del Sol for everyone. They seem to just add this del Sol to everything, because it's not Cactuar del Sol, it's just a Cactuar. But I bet they're going to be named Cactuar del Sol just to spite me. Yeah, so there was that Cutter's Cry dungeon back there as well. In Uldar. Should probably pick that up, but again, it's a side dungeon. It's a decent one to level with, but we're already past its level basically. I think that's the 35 dungeon if I'm incorrect. No, it's the 38 dungeon, so it wouldn't be too bad. But again, I wouldn't do it on the episode anyway. Not while we have 3 levels on the main story quests. See, Saboteur del Sol just to spite me. Oh, we can try this ability out now. That 1,000 Needles ability. You can actually get that on the Blue Mage. And it does 1,000 damage. Full stop. Well, at least for the Blue Mage. Yeah, so full stop, so if you've got more than one enemy in your range, it'll do less damage per enemy. At least that's my understanding of it. Keep forgetting we have a mount. This way? Yeah. Oop. Not watching where I was going. Have you considered my request, Scarlett? Yep. I never imagined that you would return so quickly. Thank you so much. It's an incredibly simple beverage to prepare if you wait but one moment. There. This should serve as a sample of... Wait, don't drink it. I mean, I was hoping you might give the first glass to Marquez on my behalf. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Of course, I intend to provide everyone with a glass eventually. It's just that Marquez is so... Well, surely you've noticed what a handsome man he is. Oh, Scarlett, what is it? For me? Thank you. Was it perhaps the girl who... No, I couldn't have been her. I appreciate Ilkum's kind gesture, but Father Illowid is in far greater need of this juice. His work places great strain on his body and soul, yet he continues to neglect his health. Okay. And these ones replace the feet as well. So. I recognize you now, Scarlett. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the waking sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might find you some closure. Or just find closure. So we're going back to the Waking Sands, yeah? Let's go all the way back to Limsa. Eh? You don't look like one of them church fellas. Not that I'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies that be yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the little yard they go. Be thankful you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. It was a sight of nightmares, I tell you. Gods, damned Imperials. I don't know what quarrel they had with these folks, and I sure as hell don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, I ain't seen you around here before. Or do you just have one of them faces? Ah, never mind. Anyway, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the lich yard, out by the east gate. There's only There's only 8 left to load up. But seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I've mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of the folks are starting to turn. I think I was still making noise. Must be embedded in the model or something, and they just couldn't turn it off. What happened to the big fella? Ah, forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss him in the back. Ain't like they'll complain if you're rough. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in 1 trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. Okay. Does it say? Yeah, Neuraxia, so it is female. Well, what the Aortians would consider female. It's actually a late bloom or whatever it is. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. Reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lich yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them that our work here is done. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that, in doing so, you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesta Bay arrived not long ago, and we have begun preparing our comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. Yep, more money. We'll do this one as well. Quickly. There is one thing I regret to inform you. Though we wish to inter your comrades on church grounds, the number of fallen scions far exceed our estimates. After discussing the matter with Father Iliud, we have concluded that we have no choice but to bury the dead in the same plots as those who perished in the calamity. Please forgive us. We do not wish to dishonor the memory of the fallen, but as caretakers of the lich yard, these are the realities we must face. Scarlett, what befell your order was an unforgivable crime. If you would have these villains brought to justice, consider making a pilgrimage to the Mark of the Warden. Though I do not follow the teachings of Azima, it is said that to offer prayers before her mark is to invoke her divine judgment. Regardless of your faith, mayhap it would be worth the effort. Where are we going? Oh, all the way down there. Right. Oh, hey, these are on the thing. Might as well. Alright, over here. It's a very cool spot. Very cool spot. Over there is accessible as well. It's like it's a bit of a maze. But it's all accessible over there. You have to go over the bridge to get there though. As you kneel before the Mark of the Warden, in a moment of quiet solitude, you breathe deep of the dry desert air. The roar of the rushing waters is punctuated by the faint chirp of Vulcan and the shrill cries of a hawk. The gods, however, remain silent. You have honored the dead with your pilgrimage, Scarlett. Even if Azima did not hear your prayers, I believe that they provided comfort to your fallen brethren. Remember that although the body is but a vessel that must one day be sundered to the life stream, our soul shall endure, and the righteous shall find solace in Thal's realm. Alright, with that we're gonna call it. It seemed to work. It's still recording. I'll cut this out if something goes wrong, like when I find something in post. But for the most part, that's it. So we'll catch you later. Catch you in the next episode.